What's up, guys? This is Emilio. Today I'm working in my car, and in this video, I actually had a local wholesaler reach out to me. He had two deals that he wanted to talk about. Both of them were on the west side. I'm not at the house. We're just talking numbers. We're talking about the details of the deal. And in this video, I'm going to go through the options that the seller has to sell their property and how we can help that seller out. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Emilio. I'm a wholesaler. I'm a real estate investor in the Detroit area. If you want to learn more about Detroit wholesaling, Detroit real estate, investing in general, please join the channel, comment below so I could know who's out there. If you have any questions, love to answer them. There's a link in the description below. That's how you can reach out to me. If you are interested in Detroit, I also have a Detroit real estate course. And then as always, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon. What's the address of the property?
18501 St. Mary's Street, Detroit, Michigan. I think that zip code is 48235. If not 35, it might be 38, but I'm almost sure it's 35.
Okay.
Nice street. Pretty much everyone from what I see are homeowners or people of a demographic age between I would say between 35 and up.
Okay.
Well, 35 to 55 years old, maybe a little older, but all the lines are pretty much well kept, manicure on the manicure side.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure I got the address right. It's 18501 St. Mary's.
Correct.
Okay, so the guy wants 100K.
He was asking actually for 115.
Oh shit.
And then I got him down to. I said, well, what about? Because I initially came in at. He's asking 125, so we got him.
Oh my gosh.
Then he came down to 115. Then we got all the way down to 105, 105K.
Okay, and you said it's tenant occupied. Is the tenant on a lease or is it month to month?
I'm not for sure. I know the rents that he's getting for that property is about $800. Anywhere from $800 to $850. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. What
you always taught me to calculate what the rents are versus what the price they asking for the price.
Well, that's for a tenant occupied. You know, if it was vacant, he might be. I'll underrate it right now, but he might be able to get the 105. But the problem is that part of the terms of his sale is the tenant has to stay in the property. Correct.
Correct.
For perpetuity, for the duration of the sale of the ownership. I mean, is there like a balloon on that or?
No, because he owns the house. He owns the house free and clear.
Yeah.
He's just renting it. He's renting it to this guy. The guy is about in his mid-60s. And like I stated, I don't know. I was saying before, the guy said he don't want to move. The next time he moves, he want to move into a casket. He wants to die.
So he wants to stay there for the life. Let's say this guy lives till 80. So you're pretty much going to get a tenant that's going to stay there for 20 years at $800 a month. So, okay, so let's do this. It's coming with the tenant. Owner says tenant must stay with the property, right?
Yeah, he said that's the only way. He said that's the only way he will sell the property. He ain't gonna sell it no other way, and he will want that contingency to be put in a contract.
That's a tough contract, bro. So let me do this. $800 rent. So you're gonna have insurance. You're gonna have taxes. You're gonna have property management, and then you'll have the repair, like a repair budget. So insurance, I'm gonna throw out some loose numbers. Let's say $50. Taxes, let's say $100. Property management is 10% of the rent, which is $80, and then repair budget, you could just say like 5% of the rent, which is like $40. Okay, so your, oh man, I got another bandit sign calling in. I'll have to call him back later. 800 minus 50 minus 100 minus 80 minus 40. It's 530. So the net monthly is 530 bucks a month times 12. 12 months. Annually, it's only 6,000. Yep, 6,360. That's it. That's all they're getting. So
Mm.
you're going to take 6,360, which is your net profit. You're going to divide it by the purchase price. Actually, the all-in investment. So if they buy it for 105, the buyer probably is going to pay for some closing costs. You're gonna charge them also an assignment fee. So let's just bump it up to like 110 purchase price. So 6,360 divided by 110,000. That's 5.78% ROI, which is like sad. It's very sad. That's like you get that in Florida. Like that's the rent you get there. And that's why it's going to be tough for him to sell it, because in other parts of the city, people are selling $900 bungalows for like 60 grand, 50, 60 grand.
Mm. Mm.
And that's on market stuff. So, I mean, they're making like 12 to 13%. But here, let's do this. Let's underwrite it real quick. I'm going to do a street view. I mean, it looks like a dope house.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's a nice
Oh, man, it's a nice
property.
neighborhood.
It's a nice property. It's a nice neighborhood. Um,
Why does this guy
man,
want him to stay there for that long? Did you realize that this guy, that's tough. I'm
he basically said he wants to sell the property because of the simple fact he wants
Greenfield
to
Outdoors.
move. He's kind of unloading some what he have in his portfolio
Yeah,
because he wants to move into a condo.
yeah.
He currently lives in a house himself, and he at first I thought he was just a tire kicker, trying to just to check the temperature and the pressure of what the market what he could get, what the market asking versus what he can get. And but
Oh, Jesus.
he basically was very very adamant. So I said, okay,
Wow. I mean, dude, there's this one house on Murray Hill that sold in that same neighborhood for 170. There's one that sold on Biltmore for 153. Another one on Oakfield 153. I mean, it looks like 150 is the. Well, this one's 120. That one might be tenant occupied. So let me see this one. This one actually might be tenant occupied. Nope, well maintained. So the thing is that the value of the property is actually pretty good. I mean, if the tenant left it in pretty good condition, he could sell it for 105, and then the new owner buys it for 105. Well, not 105 because you're going to charge an assignment fee. So let's say 115. They put in 20, 30 grand, and then they can maybe make like 25, 30. But well, this sold at 170. When did this sell? Oh, July. Oh, yikes! That was a long time.
how could we come in? Could we make him? Well, we could make an offer at anything, no doubt. But how about if we make him a cash offer at like 95,000?
I don't think that'll work. First of all, it's mostly because the tenant in there. I don't think I'd have a buyer that would buy it at that price. So let me do this. We know what the ARV is. Let's do for a flip. So we know the ARV is like. I mean, that one that sold for 170. What was it? 173. I keep losing this page.
How
Okay.
recent has that 170 been sold? In a couple of months or a couple of weeks ago? Or
July. The reason why I say ugh, Jill, it was a long time ago because the mortgage rates were like really low then. They just raised interest
oh,
rates. So we'll
yeah,
do
they raised rates. Yeah.
170. The next one down was 153. And then there was one that was at 123. So 147. So we'll round up. We'll be nice to him and say the value is probably 150. Where's my page at? Okay, 150. So if you use the Mayo formula, it's 150 times the 70%. Uh, I mean, right there, bro. That's 105 right there.
Hmm.
and then they're gonna probably have to put in. I don't know the condition of the property, but if it's 1,000, how much square feet was this? It was 1,000 or 1,500 square feet. This was that can't be right. There's no way that it's 1,900. Let me look up the square footage on Zillow real quick. 1,200 square feet. So 1,200 square feet. If the guy's been there for 6 years, I mean, let's be kind to him on the rehab and say 25 bucks a square. That's 30 grand in rehab. But
Hmm.
that's without seeing the property. We're just taking guesses, right? 30K
Correct.
rehab, and then let's say you want to make 5K assignment. Let's start with let's say 8K to try and get your assignment fee up. So 105 minus 30 minus 8. I mean, the offer is 67 cash. Hate to say it. His option, his options as a seller, a cash offer is too insulting. But I mean, if you think about it, let's see. Let's do this. If it's rented at 800, you know that it's making 6,360 a year net divided by 67,000. That's 9%. So that's a little bit better for a rental. But right now, for an off-market deal, that's for him to want that price. It probably is not his best option. His best option is to list the property with an agent, which I'm an agent now. I can list it for him. But he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to talk to that tenant and let them know, like, hey, the new owner's buying it. I could buy you some time. One thing you could do is he could have the tenant sign a lease, and that locks them in, so they're protected. But after that, I mean, dude, there's no way that any buyer would be willing to let the tenant stay there for $800 a month for the length of his life. I know he says he wants to stay there till he dies, but like, dude,
Yeah.
that's
Especially the way inflation keep climbing. So
well. I mean,
yeah.
as it sits, man. Even if it was rented for $1,000, and he wants to sell it for 110, I mean, what's $1,000 gonna do extra? That's like what, $2,000? Let's say what's 200 times 12? 2,400 bucks extra. So what? 6,360 plus the 2,400 bucks that they raised the rent. That's 8,760, right? Divided by the, let's say 110, because he could take 105, but you have to make your assignment. I mean, dude, that's not even cracking double digits ROI. That's like at almost 8%.
That's what I said. We might have. You say the best you can offer him at us
I mean,
about
honestly, what I would do, I would tell
60,000.
him the cash flow offer. I would say the cash offer is so low that you don't want to insult him, but give him other options because he'll be mad. You could tell him the number, but just say, I think your options, the best thing to do would be to list the property. Uh,
Or you can always hold on to it.
I mean, dude, why doesn't he? So he could do another option. He could do is he could sell it on land contract, and the land contract could be for the 105, right?
Uh
But
huh.
you have to make the payment below the $800. I mean, for me, like, you if I were to buy this on land contract, I'd be getting $800 in rent. I'd be paying $50 insurance, taxes, property management, repair budget. Um, so I'd be making 530 bucks, right?
Okay.
And then I want to make, let's say, 200 bucks. So I would offer him land contract, but he'd maybe make the payment $300 a month on a land contract, and I could keep the tenant in there.
I can offer. I can ask him. Is he open to that?
Yeah, if he's open to it, that would be helpful. So we could do this. Let's say 105, 5K deposit for a land contract. That way he could get 10 grand in his pocket at closing, and then that's a 5K assignment to you. So if I'm a buyer, it's a $10,000 deposit to get this property under contract. So you could say $5,000 the seller will get, $5,000 you'll get as an assignment, and then I know you can't see this unless you want to do a zoom so you can
Um.
see it.
Well, actually, I'm like you, Emilio. I'm multitasking.
Oh, okay,
So
gotcha.
if you can write that example down, or
I will do
and
that right now.
uh,
Uh,
and, and and send a picture of it.
yeah, I will do that. I will do that right now. So right here, so I need to make at least $200 a month, right?
No,
So
okay.
I got to get his payment to $300. Holy shit! I got his payment to $300.
If
Jesus.
you pay 300, let's say this
Ooh.
then. Let's see if we can offer him. Let's say we can offer him a land contract, and uh,
Whoa.
we buy the property on a land contract at at 100,000.
Okay, so here I got it. I'm gonna text this to you. One sec.
Okay,
Give me 1 second. Oh shit. He
and
might
he
not like
drove.
it. He might not like. I mean, dude, he's not gonna like it. And I do a balloon payment. Should I do a balloon payment in 7 years?
Yeah, yeah.
So I will tell Mike Favors. What's his property again? This is 18501 St. Mary's, Detroit. I mean, this is a good starting point. Uh, Down payment. Give me 1 sec. Principal,
But I don't want to
interest.
go no higher. I would like to start at 100,000, but I don't want to go no higher than 105.
Okay, so land contract purchase is 105. Down payment to the land contract is 5,000. Your principal is 100,000. Balloon payment is 70, not 72 years, 72 months, which is 6 years. Actually, I should do 7 year balloon, 7 year balloon. And his monthly payment is $300. That's what he began, $300 a month. And then it would be buyer responsible for taxes, insurance, and all repairs. And tenant stays in the property as long as rent is being made. I mean, that's a very open tenant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I want this tenant in there for that long?
The one thing that was a good thing
I'm
he
not
said
gonna.
was on the rent side was the guy gets like either 2 or 3 incomes coming in.
It's not the rent, it's the fact that this guy wants to die in the property. I'm like, what happens if I don't want him to stay there anymore? That's the problem. I don't like having that option taken away from me. But this, I just texted it to you, but you got land contract of 105,000. That's the purchase price. $5,000 deposit. You could put $5,000 on top of an assignment when you try and sell it to me. So 5,000 goes to the owner, 5,000 goes to you. Uh, the payment is $300 a month. The balloon payment, I have to pay the full loan off in 7 years, and then I'm responsible for all the taxes, insurance, and repairs.
Okay.
And that's a starting point. Obviously, if he gets insulted and he needs more money, then ask how much more do you need, and then we'll work the numbers again.
Okay.
Make sense?
Makes sense to me, sir.
Okay. All right. And then again, I would pitch it like, look, if worst case scenario, if he rejects everything, just tell him to refinance the property. I got a broker for that.
Okay.
That way he could keep it. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to give him that. I'd rather try and buy it online contract. Don't tell him that yet. Because it's a nice. I like that area a lot.
Yeah.
But
He
the
has another property, uh, not that far from it. It's a 2 bedroom brick ranch style home with a basement. Uh, that one in the bathroom has been renovated. The floors and everything, the walls are solid. The only thing is, it needs a new kitchen and a new furnace. Because I walked the entire property of that. The garage is, it's a corner, the property sits on a corner lot. So also with the property, with the garage, the garage needs to be fixed, either fixed or torn down. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's a 2-bedroom home, and he asked me about it. So what was my asking price on it?
Oh, he wants to offer.
He wants to offer,
Oh,
so
sucks.
he wanted me to come in actually. Excuse me. Wanted he was looking nothing lower than 50,000 for the property, but after doing the renovations, renovating it, because I'm like you said, initially when you first took me on, you know, as your student, you shared with me. You was like, anytime you wholesaling it, look at it from a flipper perspective.
Yeah.
You know, you have to put into the property. So that's what I did. I told him, I said, I can't right now, just without running the numbers. I told him about 30,000,
Do you know what the
and
ARV is? What's the ARV on it?
the ARV in that area, you're talking about 55 to 65,000.
And it's a 2-bedroom.
That's a 2-bedroom brick. It might have went down. That was uh, last month.
Okay.
So the AR it probably the price made it went down because, like you say, inventory is starting to slowly but surely come available with foreclosures
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of different other things going on.
Yeah.
So uh,
Do you have the
he,
address?
the address, let me see, address Emilio for that property is 18517 Prevost.
18517.
Yeah, 18517.
Oh, 18. Sorry, 18. What is it?
517
Oh,
Prevost.
okay, I got it. That's a two, and that's a 2-bedroom.
This is a 2-bedroom ranch style. It's brick, ranch style. Uh, the tenant did. Whoever had the property, they did leave the washer and dryer in the property. The washer and dryer is functional. It does work. They left a deep freezer in there. The deep freezer looks brand new actually, like they never used it. Uh, but it does need a furnace because I
Oh
was looking at
shit.
the bottom of the furnace and the furnace was rusty.
Oh, this is a nice neighborhood too.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, these properties I'm giving you, they're practically they're within 3 to 5 minutes from one another in walking distance, almost practically around the corner.
but this is a 2-bedroom.
This is a 2-bedroom, yes.
Oh, it's in the same. It's in College Park. Oh shit.
Yeah,
And he wanted how much?
he was asking for nothing less than about 50,000.
I mean, bro, that's retail. I mean, I can tell you that right off the gate.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I mean, again, I'd ask him, and this is vacant.
It's vacant. That one is vacant.
50K. I mean, honestly, dude, I'd probably best thing you do list it, or would he be willing to sell it on land contract? But the problem is I mean, honestly, the problem is I just bought a 2-bedroom and I love the area. It's in Bagley. Same thing, man. It's a 2-bedroom brick ranch, bro. The values do not climb. I've been waiting for this thing to go up in value so I can refinance it and pay the owner off. It's it's so stagnant. 2 bedrooms don't really move.
Move, yeah. Like I said,
Yeah.
you get a bedroom, you might as well rent it.
I mean, bro, yeah, I got one here for 79. Oh, these are listed. They're not even sold. Hold on a second.
You might as well rent it and make it a Section 8.
So, I mean, good news. There was one that sold in. I mean, these are a long time ago. This is April. How long did I go back? Let me go back 3 months. One sec.
That's almost 6 months ago.
Yeah, I'll do this one. This one's August. This is a 2-bedroom frame. Oh, 68. That's actually not bad.
No, that's a oh.
68.
So
It's a
that
frame
one,
house. This is 42. Yeah, bro. This is that's a 2-bedroom.
that's what I was sharing. I was
Good
sharing with
opportunity
the guy.
to one.
I,
Tenant in
I
good
didn't,
standing.
and I'm glad to mention land contract because I didn't even think of to ask that of to see if he'd do it on a land contract.
Yeah, I mean, right off the rip, I could tell you the value of the property is probably like 60 to 70. So I mean, let's
That's what
let's
I said.
let's say let's say 65 and just go right down the middle. Do the Mayo formula 70%. You're already at 45, and that's without even putting any money into it. So you're at 4,500, and let's say 20 grand.
He's got to put about 15 to 20 grand for the kitchen.
Yeah, and then you want to make your assignment on top of it for the assignment. So I mean, dude, 20,000, and that's the final cash offer. So maybe start with like, I mean, it's an insult. He's already asking 50, and then the offer that we're coming up with is like 17 to 20K. So again, just tell him like the cash offer is low. It's so low, it's almost insulting. But would you be willing to sell it on like contract? And then if not, if he wants to get the 50, I could list it for him. Because
Okay.
yeah, right now at this point, that's retail. 50,000 is retail. It's a nice neighborhood though. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Very,
It,
very nice.
it's just that the numbers are showing that it's worth 50. So
Alrighty.
all
I'll
right,
let
buddy.
you do it on a if we want to do it on a land contract.
Yeah, I might be able to do that on land contract. And if he says yeah, I'd be open to it. The one thing to ask is how much do you want down? So
Okay.
try and get that number out of him. How much do you want
Okay.
down?
Yes,
So
sir.
all right,
Thank you, Teach.
you got him. You got him, Mike. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Let me know what happens.
Yes, sir.
All right, see ya.
Mhm.
Bye. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope that this video was helpful to you. I hope that it's educated you somehow. I provided some value for you. And again, reach out to me if you have questions. I'm happy to help. Talk to you soon.